So it's just a walk around, 2 years with the car. Those are the SVE 350 style wheels. They look like the ones that come on the GT 350s. Let me just kind of step back a little bit, get a better shot of the car. The light's hitting it funny right now. It's a little gloomy out today. I love the front end of the Gen 2s and the hood too. I love this line right here, this angle. That's my favorite part of that hood. This is basically the same hood that's on a GT 500, except it doesn't have the, the ventilation, and it's, it doesn't have the hood vent in the center. That's what I love about this car. It's the same front end. Looks more like a GT 350 or GT 500 than the Gen 3s. Don't get me wrong, Gen 3s are beautiful. I love them. They're great. Mad respect. But, like, dude, look at this car. I'll never put a wing on this car either. I think that, like, fastback and the angle of that just looks so sexy and so perfect as is. Oh my god. And the way it's sitting on the Ford Performance Springs is just right now. I left myself enough room for a little extra tire in the back. It's like 2 fingers. And in the front, we get like 1, almost 2, but there was like 4 fingers in the front. And now these wheels and tires are like 1% in diameter, smaller than the stock ones, but I mean, it was a huge gap, even with the stock wheels and tires on it, man. It just looked bad. I knew I was going to have to do something about that when I bought the car. But yeah, this is the car 2 years later. Digging it. Anyway, about to go do a little drive around.
I had the car 2 years and 2 months now, so I've been wanting to do like a little 2-year review on my 2017 Mustang GT S550 Gen 2. It's a manual, it's a base performance pack in lightning blue, which is exactly how I would have ordered it back then. It came, I was so lucky, it had one other owner than me. Found it with 8,900 miles on it. I'm in the middle of warming it up right now. It's cold. It's starting to be like real winter time now. But yeah, I just want to take a cruise, go over some of the things that have been done to the car. It's not like modded out. It's like what I like to call OEM plus, so to speak. It's on a Lund 93 tune for starters, which wasn't one of the first mods I've done. I waited like almost the whole 2 years before I had it tuned. I just tuned it back in July. And it benefited greatly from the Lund 93 tune, not just in horsepower ways, but just the way the car runs cooler now. In the summertime, I was blown away that the cylinder head temp stayed so low all summer long from that Lund 93 tune. I have the Steeda starter I'm stuttering. Apologize. I had the Steeda starter stop the hop kit on it. Yeah, that was a tongue twister. And wheels and tires, I got SVE wheels and tires from LMR. They're the GT 350 style wheels and tires. I have Nittos on it, which in retrospect, I should have did a little more investigating on the tires, because these Nittos, I have 305s on the back, 305 35 19s, and 285 35 19s on the front. I still have the stock wheels and tires. I hold on to all my stock stuff. But yeah, the starter stop the hop kit. I have Ford Performance racing springs. They're the progressive rate 1-inch drop springs, which really it was like a 1-inch drop in the front and more like a 1/2-inch drop in the rear, which is great. It's kind of what I wanted anyway, so it worked out. Yeah, let's get going. I could go on for days. Love cars. I'm just a car person, man. Always was. But it wasn't until I got older that I was able to like get back into a decent platform again. I had been looking at Camaros and Mustangs. I was back and forth. This was back in like 2020 to 2021. I was looking at cars, and it was like COVID. Everything was like super overpriced. Everything's back super overpriced again. Well, I'm not going to get into politics right now, but I gave up. And then I just kept saving and saving. So in 2023, I was looking. I said, let me, I got on the computer, got curious. And I found this online, 8,909 miles. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And the price was reasonable. It was like, but they had it listed as a 10-speed automatic. And I knew because it was a 2017 and from the pictures that it was a manual. So I'm like, I got them. You know what I mean? So I went in, I had like $3,000 knocked off the price immediately. Just because it was a manual. They didn't even know what they had on the lot. Some guy, some older guy, like probably at my age at least, if not older, traded this in on a Corvette. So I bought this from a Chevy dealer in all actuality. But long story short, I got the car, brought it home. I didn't do much to it right away. I just drove it, had a little fun with it. And that's all I really do. It's just a weekend car mainly. But I did like little dumb things to it. I did a Steeda Body Mount Bracket to hold the shifter assembly in place for better, more crisp shifts. Just it stiffens up the shifter assembly and holds it in place a lot better. You still do battle deflection from the stock shifter, but it is what it is. I'll get into that another time. But the car's been great. I had it 2 years now. New wheels, tires. What else has been done to it? Not really too much. I did a lot of maintenance things to it. Like I did the rear diff back when I hit like, I was at like 13,500 miles, something like that. I took it to my buddy's shop. He let me put it on a lift. So I did the transfer case, I did transmission gear oil, and I did the rear diff oil all at the same time. I did synchro shift 2 and a little bit of the additive. I put a little bit of the additive in the transfer case, in the MT82, let's call it. And then I did like half in the rear with the gear oil. The rear diff came out black. So I'm glad I did it. The transmission, I came out clean. It looked good. Typical rear, the rear looked typical for what a rear goes through. But I have the Torsen 373s. It's a performance pack GT. So the shocks count. They say that back then you didn't get as much as you got now. Like if you get a performance pack, like a 24 and up performance pack GT, it comes with an oil cooler, a rear diff cooler, and a transmission cooler as part of the package now. Well, back in like 17 up until about I don't know when, maybe like 2020, you only really got like a bigger radiator. You got your shocks were tuned special. You got better shocks and springs apparently. You got the strut tower brace. On the manuals anyway, you got the strut tower brace and the cow brace, which really stiffens up the car, makes it feel nice and tight and rigid. It's very much similar to what the GT350s and the GT500s at the time got too. And you got the 373 Torsen limited slip in the back, which is nice. But yeah, it's been a blast. The car's just, ever since the 93 tune, I just smoked the tires. Oh, it's unbelievable. Like it's got like at least another 30 foot-pound of torque down low from that tune. It's amazing. It's not so much peak high-end horsepower that I gained, and that's kind of on me because I still have this 15 to 17 intake manifold in the car. I didn't go to a ported 18, which would allow me to rev out the 7700 and make probably an extra 10, 15 more horsepower. the stock stuff for now. I want to do, like I always say, OEM plus. I want to fix the weaknesses of the car, the imperfections. Yeah, so far it's just got the Steeda Body Mount Bracket. I haven't done much. I did the resonator tube delete from Steeda. I did the starter stop the hop kit, the 93 tune, wheels and tires, and 4 performance springs. And just from that alone, altogether, that's probably a little under $3,000 that was spent. All that alone has made this into what the car should have been from Ford. I probably gained 25 horsepower up top, peak horsepower from the tune, which is nice. You know, it's noticeable. You feel it. It's not. Again, I said this in other videos. It's not the same as having a boosted car where they turn up the boost and you make another 80 horsepower or 100 horsepower. It's not like that. But they do make it so you have more torque. You get into the power band quicker. That's what the tune does. They give you more RPM. They push your rev limiter back. They make it so you can shift at 7,700 RPM if you have the intake manifold for it. One of the things I've learned over the 2 years of having this car is, in winter, if you live somewhere where you have cold winters, you really have to let the car warm up. And I mean like warm up. 15, 20 minutes in the driveway, and then the whole way to where you're going, short shifting it. Don't bang on the transmission. The transmission is almost the very last thing that's going to warm up on the car. You could let it warm in the driveway and then go down the road. You still need another 15 minutes of warm-up time and cycling through all the gears, whether manual or automatic, before you start beating on the car. That's my recommendation. If you plan on keeping the car and you like your car, you want to take care of it, make sure you've been driving it. You know, it's been a half hour before you start ragging on it. Like, everything's warmed up. Just a good rule of thumb. But I'm so happy that I went with the Mustang. Knowing what I know now, because admittedly, back when I was shopping, I didn't know what an MT82 was. I didn't know the whole difference between push rods and chains, you know, motors. I didn't know how well the Coyotes accept boost versus other cars, especially the Gen 2s. Like, I didn't find out till after the fact that they were like king. I knew when I was shopping and looking around that everybody online was saying, just keep it simple, get a Gen 2. Keep it simple, get a Gen 2. People were also saying to stay away from the 18s to 19s to almost the 20s, because they were saying that some of them were known to have cylinder 8 ringland issues. So I paid attention to that. But I made sure I wanted to get, you know, a car with low mileage. And again, when I saw this pop up with under 9,000 miles, I was just like, immediately I jumped up. I grabbed cash I had and went down to the dealership and put it down and made them hold the car. Well, first we negotiated the price. And that's the other thing I want to lead to. Now is a good time to get into the S550 platform. Like, if you want a car, looks good, runs good, fast, it's boostable, this is the platform to get into. They're affordable now. You can find a high mileage S550 for like $25,000. Now, something like this, like I'm at 19,560 miles right now. Like, something like this is still going for like 35 online, anywhere you look. If you got low mileage below like 20, they hold it, you know, they're still holding their value, which is a good thing. Like, I could literally sell this for what I paid for it 2 years ago because of the mileage. Oh, I also did a C&L axle back exhaust. It's got an SRX pipe underneath it, which is funny because I ordered one and I was going to have my buddy of mine help me put it in. And get on there. He's like, dude, it's the same exact X pipe. There was already, I bought an SR X pipe, and there was already one on the car with the stock exhaust. So then I knew like the car wasn't quite there, you know, loud enough for me anyway. I hate saying loud enough, but it didn't sound good enough to me. So, you know, I spent like a few months online listening to different sound notes, different combinations, and then I found somebody that had like a similar one to me. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on an axle back. So I went with the C&L axle back from High Flow Mufflers from American Muscle, which I don't regret at all. Worked out good. The car sounds great. But yeah, those are the mods I've done, and I really wouldn't even call most of them mods. They're like, it's OEM plus. They're just things to strengthen the car. Another weak point on the car is the rear axles. They say once you go up past a certain horsepower, they recommend you upgrade the rear axles, the half shafts in the back. So that's probably something I'll do later on down the road. I was at a car meet the other day, which is leading to the next mod I've been wanting to do, is a shifter. Now, I'm between the MGW and the Barton. The Barton is body mount. You can body mount it. That's why I'm leaning more towards the Barton. But what's holding me back is it's a 25% drop. It's really short. So you're kind of just going kick it, you know, through the gears. And I was at a meet and a guy let me get in his car. He let me fool around and feel it. It's super stiff. It's super mechanical feeling. It's not smooth and OEM feeling like I like. And I don't race the car, so I'm kind of on the fence about what to do with the shifter situation. I don't know. And I've been looking at clutches too, because I know the day's going to come where I'm going to get sick of getting locked out of third gear, which don't happen that much as people make it out online, but it happens. But yeah, that's where I'm leaning towards next, is a clutch and a shifter. Half shafts in the back. I'm probably going to not cheap out, but I'm probably just going to do the GT350 half shafts. Guys online, everybody says just get them. Don't hold up. As long as you're not planning on like drag racing your car all the time, you know, I'll be fine with them, from what I hear. And I'm not out racing people or anything like that. But you know, if I end up keeping this car like 4 or 5 years, I am going to boost it definitely. Now I've been driving a while, now I feel comfortable if I want to like rag on the car a little bit. Being it's so cold out and I know my tires won't stick at all, it's kind of like pointless. Which leads me to the other thing about the car. It's fun as hell, but you know, you got to get the right tires for this car. You need a sticky drag radial in the back, because like I have trouble hooking in third gear and I'm not even on boost. I literally chirp fourth gear now from that Lund 93 tune. I'll rev third and fourth out past 7,000, but first and second, usually first gear. As soon as I see 68, I go for second, because if I wait till 7,000, 7,100, I'm gonna blaze second gear so bad that I'm gonna spin horribly, and spinning ain't winning, as they say. So I try to shift the 1-2 shift in a way where I can get second to hook good and get into third, and that's when the car really shines, like third, fourth, and into fifth. Once you're in the fifth gear, dude, like I'm back on the brakes at that point, because you know that's ticket territory, that's possibly towing your car, that's possibly losing your driver's license territory. So I really don't play around. I like playing around in first, second, and third. I don't want to ever be that guy that gets caught doing 100 in Thanksgiving to everybody. But yeah, it's been 2 years with it. I bought it with 9,000, basically 9,000 on it. It was 8,909 when I test drove it. And now I have 19,566 miles on it. So I basically put like a little over 10,000 miles on it in 2 years, which ain't bad at all. Shows I use it as a weekend car, you know. I'll take it to work on a Sunday morning sometimes. Because sometimes it'll sit for 2 weeks. There's points in the winter where I just car cover it for like a month. This guy in front of me is really going slow. But yeah, man, like, this is a great car. This is a great platform to get into, man. There's so much aftermarket for it. The aftermarket for the S550s and the S650s is huge. I didn't go with the S650, and I could have at the time because it was like the end of October, beginning of November when I got this car. And that's when the 24s were just hitting the dealership. It was in 2023 when I bought it. And the end of the year, the 24s were already out. But it's the same thing underneath the car. It's just a different body style and some iPad screens. That's the difference, you know. And most people on the street will tell you they like the look of the S550 better than the S650. I'm coming from like a 4-cylinder turbo background type of situation, and I'm telling you, like, originally I drove V8s when I first started driving cars, but as I got older I got into like gas mileage and all that stuff, and, you know, led me towards the 4-cylinder turbo stuff. And I'm telling you, man, don't do it to yourself. Don't go spending like $35K on something that's turbo. Get the V8. Go get yourself a Mustang. This car is fun. It's comfortable. You can drive it in bad weather as long as you have good tires on it. Set it in comfort mode and drive it like it's a Cadillac. Just cruise slow like I'm doing right now. And you can take it out and speed on it and have a blast with it too. I don't know. It's up to you. To each his own. But yeah, that's it, man. You guys have a good one. Happy holidays.